The drought is over. Dundee 1, Aberdeen 2. Jimmy Thielen is certainly feeling it. Welcome back to Fog Football. A game, what a couple of, that goal for Kesnick, we'll get to it later on, but Jesus Christ, Aberdeen folks are in to third spot in the Premiership. Absolutely unthinkable. But at the same time, it just highlights how poor the rest of the league is. And if Aberdeen, if this can be their turning point, it's as good a turning point as any. They really, really need to build on it. And they could, if Aberdeen salvage this season and finish third, you've got to say, you know what? Fair play, Jimmy Thielen. Because see, at the end of the day, folks, we all expected him to get sacked. It looked like it's at a point that was just unsalvageable, let's be honest. And you look at the Mora, Hearts and Hibs, I think most people are viewing those two as the teams that could definitely pose the biggest problem to Aberdeen and finishing third. I think that win today for Aberdeen, it saves them. Make no mistake about it. They're not going to finish 11th. They're not going to finish 12th. They're too far ahead of St Johnstone now. Obviously, I think it's 17 points now. But here, I think most of us expect Aberdeen to lose, as we all predict it. And probably most of us expect maybe St Johnstone to pick up a win at Rugby Park, considering their good recent form. But I guess what you could say is they're only 11 points clear of Dundee. That's not. Well, I was about to say that's not like an unsurmountable gap, but the reality is Dundee played. They played Aberdeen today, and if Dundee won instead of being 11 points, we would be sitting on 5 points, and that is the difference at this stage of the game. And we'll get into the game. So, Duran, he saves Mulligan's shot. I thought Mulligan probably didn't deserve to be on the losing team in this game. I thought he played really well. And we have Marquesh, whatever, smashing the side net, and power shot, put the laces clean through it into the side net. And Aberdeen then Ulster a chance of their own. Palversa has a shot deflected, and it's tipped over by McCracken. I thought McCracken had a bit of a shaky game today. We then had a ball whipped into the box. I think was it Shinnie to Tobers? Anyway, Tobers' volley is saved by McCracken. He saves it right, and for most people that's all that matters, but he puts it right into the danger zone, and as shite as Kevin Nisbet's been recently, he's no missing this, alright, so he manages to get something on it. Now, looking at the post-match footage, there seems to be a tug from an Aberdeen player on a Dundee player. For me, I don't think you can disallow a goal for this, so it's 1-0, it stands, Kevin Nisbet with the goal. Ockles then has a shot saved by McCracken down at the bottom right-hand corner, good. Then, just before half time, we literally have every Dundee player on the team sheet getting a shot away. Tiffany, shot block. Silla, shot block. Lyle Cameron has a shot block. McGee can't put in a Lyle Cameron cross that I thought was really good, and not just because he's moving to Rangers. It was absolutely bloody insane, the amount of shots. There were so many spells of this match where Dundee were getting about 4 or 5 shots away in one attack, but Aberdeen were throwing their bodies on the line. Like here, I thought it's weird. You can't argue with the commitment from Aberdeen today. They put their bodies on the line, but as a collective unit, they looked absolutely all over the place defensively. But when it came to the last-ditch tackles, they were pretty good, if that makes any sense. In terms of their line, it just seemed to be all over the place. It was crazy to watch, but they managed to survive into half-time. 1-0 up Aberdeen. And then we come out, Kesnick, ball comes to him here, and he uses the Dundee defender to curl it right round McCracken. Is it goal of the weekend? Well, I say is it goal of the weekend? There is 2 more games to go. I haven't seen any goal. I've only seen the goals in this game. It's very similar to a day's goal, so it's a tough one, honestly. But this looked sweeter, if that makes sense, but he also had the aid of the defender to curl it round him. I know, it's still a great goal, but tough one to really call, but it's 2-0 up. But then Aberdeen, it's almost like they forgot how to defend, even though they've done it pretty much for the last 15 games. Mulligan skins about 27 Aberdeen guys, back post, Palmer holding, tap in, 1-2, Dundee back in it. He then has a chance after this, Palmer holding, to square it to one of his teammates. You're talking about 3-on-1 situations here. He doesn't, and it's like a half a cross, half a shot. In other words, shite. Tobers then has a header save, good save by McCracken. Dundee then have another instant where they've just got more shots being blocked. The Palestinian Daba came on on his debut, Palestinian international, couldn't quite make it 3-1. That would have been a perfect start for him. And then it's all over. It is absolutely all over for it. And I tell you what, the Swede, Jimmy Thielen, he needed that. The Swede needed it. All right, folks, he absolutely needed it. We've been very critical of Aberdeen. We've done a lot of bashing of Aberdeen in recent months, but you know what? Fair play to them the day they managed to survive. They weathered the Dundee storm and they got over the line with 3 points. And for me, it's basically guaranteed top six. But they need to build on this, you know what I mean? It can't just be for no reason.